Little Kangaroo Tibo goes to his friend's house. Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage, in a sunny little field, far, far away in Australia, lived a little kangaroo named Tibo. He lived in the cottage together with his mum and dad, and his favourite thing in the world was staying at home and playing with his mum. Together, they would build block towers, make mud, and draw colourful pictures. Tibo was always trying to be helpful. He would put away all of his toys, fold his own clothes, and help his mum out in the kitchen. One day, Papa Kangaroo had to move to another town for his job, far from the town where he and Mummy Kangaroo had lived until they got married. Here, in this new town, they didn't know anyone and hadn't made any close friends yet. But one day, Mummy Kangaroo said to her son, "You know, I met another mum who also has a little kangaroo, and they invited us over." Tibo frowned. "But I don't want to." "Why not, my dear? It will be so much fun," said Mummy Kangaroo with a smile. "Me and the other mum will chat, and you and the other little kangaroo can play." "But I only want to be with you." Mummy Kangaroo hugged Tibo. "How about we think it over tomorrow? And as for right now, why don't the two of us bake a pie?" And they baked 2 whole pies, one for themselves and the other to bring with them to their new friend's house. When Papa Kangaroo got home from work and saw the pies, he was surprised. "Who is the second pie for?" "Tibo and I are going over to our friend's house tomorrow," answered Mummy Kangaroo cheerfully. When he heard Mummy Kangaroo's words, Tibo frowned again and went to his room. He wasn't mad, but he did feel a little sad and lonely. He didn't want to go to anyone's house, not at all. The next day, Mummy Kangaroo said, "It's about time to start getting ready. They're waiting for us." "Is it okay if I don't go?" asked Tibo stubbornly. "I'd really like it if you came along. I think you'll like it," said Mummy Kangaroo as she wrapped him up in a big hug. Tibo paused to think for a moment and then agreed. When they knocked on the door, Miss Lolly and her little kangaroo greeted them. Everything felt new and strange. Tibo clung to his mummy. "Would you like to play with us?" asked Miss Lolly. "No," whispered Tibo quietly. He just wanted to go home, back to his own room and his own toys. He wanted to be with his mum, just the two of them. Mummy Kangaroo went into the other room to drink some tea with Miss Lolly. The 2 little kangaroos stared at each other in silence. Just as Tibo was sure he was about to start crying, the little kangaroo stranger reached out his hand and offered him a toy. Tibo took it. And before you know it, there they were, playing. Only a few minutes had passed before the room was filled with the joyful laughter of new friends. That night, Father Kangaroo picked up Mummy Kangaroo and Tibo and drove them home. "We will come back here, right?" asked Tibo. "Of course," said Mummy Kangaroo, smiling at him warmly. And that's how Tibo made his first friend. And now he knows that going to your friend's house can be so much fun.